Hey, Jessy here. So, sometimes when we get really stressed out, we we have a tendency to switch a lot, and when we switch a lot, um, it takes a lot of toll on the body. So, um, sometimes we kind of get trapped in between. Like right now, I've been up for a while, and it's hard to transition when we're under a lot of stress. Um, the last 2 weeks have been like really hard for us, and we've been trying to just kind of survive. It really is um a mentality of survival versus a mentality of just like living, because when you get into the mindsets where the panic attacks, um James says I'm supposed to like do trigger warnings when we talk about stuff that might cause other people problems. So like um trigger warning, I have to like tell you that because I'll be talking about the intensity of the panic attacks. Um and sometimes that can like trigger us harder into a panic attack. So FYI, so it's not like boom there and then whoever is watching is like suddenly having one too, because we wouldn't want to do that. That's like, it's horrible. Nobody likes that. Um, but like for us, there's like walls that we build up inside here, inside the headspace, to like try to um keep like this barrier between us and like the panic attacks, because it's the way that we survive. So we're surviving in order to like function, but most people would say, well, surviving isn't living. No, when your brain has been trained to like do things certain ways, that is a way to live. Yes, it's survival, so it is the only way that the brain knows how to function, but it is still living. Eventually, when you heal from trauma, then you get to a point where you are beginning to live versus just being in a high level maintenance of constant survival. Healing takes a lot of time, and over the past 2 weeks, we've been just in the high levels of surviving because that's where our headspace has been shoved into. So now we're at the point of recovery, which takes time. But again, each one who comes to the surface is then trapped there for a while because we have to rebuild everything we had before, because that has been destroyed by the panic attacks, the reoccurring panic attacks. So often, you know, we have to talk to the people around us and let them know, so hey, this is where we're at, and if we act different, weird, whatever, it's because of what's going on inside the headspace. Um, Sometimes people like mistake us for other members of our headspace, and then they might say or do things that are like totally different, and that we personally wouldn't be expecting. I've totally been like um, mistaken for other members of my headspace. Um, and as always, because we're really a private collective, we don't share that. So hey, like I am a person with multiple personalities. So like say you may talk to me, but you won't actually be talking to me. You might be talking to another member of my headspace. We don't say that because we're very private. So sometimes we get, confused for other members of our headspace because people don't know. We don't tell them. And sometimes, like today, we get confused for other members of our headspace, and then we're like, someone will be like, do you remember this? And we'll be like, actually, no, I'm sorry, I don't. And then they'll be like, oh no, it's okay, because then sometimes they remember, if they remember that we're not that other person. But so, sometimes that happens. Again, recovery is an important thing, and panic attacks are something that you cannot they come on their own. It's not like you're geared up and you're prepared for that. You just have to learn the best type of coping methods for you to help you through them, or talk to the people around you to have them help you when you're in those states, because sometimes they can help and sometimes they can't. Like somebody talking to you about something they like can be a good sidetraction, because, like the boys can help moderate that, and then other times there's like no way to really stop it. So you just have to learn over time, because healing takes time, and learning how to get through the panic attacks, the anxiety attacks, it takes time too. So, um, I'm kind of stuck here for right now until like one of the boys can break through, and then they can come be on the surface so I can go rest. But yeah, um, also, I have a shirt, and it's Spike, because he's my favorite, and it says "I mustache you a question," and he's wearing a mustache, which is I love. I think mustaches are like cool, like the ones that are curly and you do with the wax, but I like Spike because he's like one of my favorites, and I like Rarity because she's pretty, and him and Rarity are like, I like having them like together, not like romantically, but like because they're both like purple, and I think they match, and they're really a sweet combination. Um, I like Twilight Sparkle too, but I think she's kind of bossy and rude. Rarity's kind of stuck out, but not like in a bad way, but in like she knows she's special, so she just kind of goes with it. Um, and she's diamonds. I like diamonds. Because this is my first down. But yeah, but my favorite My Little Pony is Gusty. And yeah, I know everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, first gen is evil," but no, I love first gen. First gen was favorite, and I like the movie with the purple ooze and the three witches. I really like them because they were like crazy, but I just like the way they were family. They were kind of weird family, but they were still family. Um, and I liked that movie, and I liked it that it had like conflict, but then it got worked out, and everything was better in the end. And the ponies learned a lot about each other, and I like the fact that there were humans in the original series, because you had like Megan and her brother, and and then the other sisters. So there was human family, and then there was the pony family, and then sea ponies and flutter ponies. I like sea ponies and flutter ponies too. And I like Rainbow Bright, but that's like something else. And then I like the sprites, and I like Rose Petal. Rose Petal is my favorite. Um, because they were all roses and all sorts of flowers in the garden, and the little girl would take care of them, and I thought that was really neat, and I wish they'd bring those back. um, Okay, so I'm done, but I just kind of wanted to share some thoughts in my head about things, and we'll see you guys on like the next video. Bye.